Hello and welcome back to another video. So we finally got the PS5 in the house and I wanted to give you guys my first impressions as well as say if or if not I am ditching the Series X in favor of the PS5. First, the unboxing experience overall was not so good. If you are the only one unboxing it, it can be a little bit difficult to get out and get everything settled by yourself. For me, the Series X's unboxing experience just felt way more premium and a lot more intuitive. I really liked how Microsoft did that, but we both know that the unboxing experience will not make a significant difference for the vast majority of people deciding which console they want. Although my unboxing experience wasn't very good, when you do get the PS5 setup, it is something very special. And let's start with the controller. My expectations of the PS5's DualSense controller were extremely high based on what I heard. And often, when something is very hyped up and there's a lot of expectations, you get let down. And I'm here to say that I did not get let down. This controller is amazing. Astro's Playground is a very fun demonstration of what this controller is capable of. I had a lot of fun playing with that game in particular because it's just a great introduction to your PS5. I loved the amazing haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, and the entire next-gen feeling of this controller itself. I often was an Xbox controller fan because of the size difference. The PS4's controller felt too small, but this does it right. It's worth noting that I also was able to use the controller's abilities in Spider-Man Miles Morales, so it wasn't just Astro's Playground. In general, when you get haptic feedback from any game, it's just going to feel a lot nicer than the Series X's controller, unfortunately, for Series X users. I am excited to see if devs do take advantage of it in AAA games, but we'll have to see about that in the future. So unlike Microsoft with the Series X, Sony revamped the UI and user experience of the PlayStation menus and functions. That makes it feel a little bit more next gen than on the Series X, even though I am a big fan of that user interface as well. I'll make sure to go into detail on the UI in the full review, but I want to say I really like the minimalist feeling to it. It's just very simplistic and easy to get a hang of, and I really like when you go over a certain game that you see a bunch of your trophies and more information based on what you scroll over. My biggest complaint is that you don't hold the PlayStation logo anymore to get your power options. Instead, you just click it and then you scroll over to the power options where you can then turn off your PS5. It's just a little more tedious than it was before, but it's not too hard to get used to. I've only gotten to use the PS5 for days now, so I haven't been able to play enough games to currently talk into detail with what I found, but I do have to say, on first impressions, it is a big difference from the PS4. I'm mainly playing on 4K 60 FPS right now rather than the 4K 120 FPS that it's capable of. Now, you do have to pay a lot of money to get that capability because of how expensive TVs are with 4K 120 Hz. But the SSD does currently make a huge difference. Games are loading up way faster than they ever have before, and that in itself is just worth it to me. But also 4K 60 is much better than the 30 frames per second we were playing in on many games. No matter what game it is, Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm using the high performance mode where we're locked at 60 FPS rather than 30 with like ray tracing and 4K. But yeah, the performance differences are huge already, and when you're comparing to the Series X, both play AAA games very similarly. They both are powerhouses, which is just great to see. They're ever so closer to the high-end PCs of the world at a good $500 value, so that's nice to see. But yeah, I'm going to have to play more games to talk more into detail about this, but I will say that the exclusives on the PlayStation are better than on the Series X, which doesn't have any next-gen exclusive titles. Spider-Man Miles Morales has been my go-to right now, and yeah, I'm having a great time playing it, as well as other things I'm testing out. So with all that said, I'm going to answer the question, am I ditching the Series X in favor of the PS5? Well, not just yet. The Series X has a lot of amazing things going for it as well, like quick resume and Xbox Game Pass. and I'm not just ready to sell off the Series X at the moment. I'm going to do a full comparison video where I will sell one and keep the other. So we're going to go into a lot of detail in that video, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited to make that video. But yeah, guys, my first impressions of the PS5 are extremely good. It's a very nice console, and I can't wait to play even more. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and peace.